What's up guys, welcome back to another Super Mario 64 analysis video. Today we got a fun one as we're talking about the Bowser courses. Don't forget to drop a like and consider subscribing for more content like this. So when people talk about Super Mario 64, they usually talk about the worlds, like how Bob on Battlefield introduced players to 3D platforming, and how Cool Mountain has the penguin, Tick-Tock Clock pushes Mario's movements to its limits, and Big Boo's Haunt's the best course in the game. Anyway, my point is the standard courses are what gets all the attention. But honestly, I think the Bowser courses are the most important in the game. I mean, think about it, with all the various different kind of courses, it has a lot of different feels and environments, etc. You're collecting stars at your own pace and messing around with enemies and really playing the game your own way. But the Bowser courses are different, they're very linear. You got lots of floating platforms and no real objectives other than getting to the end. Of course, each Bowser course does have the 8 red coin star included, but other than that, just make it to the end. I truly love the designs of these. And after collecting only 8 stars, we can enter our first, Bowser in the Dark World. Now this is a relatively easy challenge. Anybody should have no problem making it to the top. And that makes sense, being the first Bowser course. With that said, there are a lot of opportunities for you to fall or miss jumps or whatever. In general, I think one thing these courses lack is the lack of objectives here. I mean, sure, yeah, getting the red coin star is a nice touch. You gotta really explore the entire thing, because something almost all of these courses have in common, there are plenty of opportunities to skip sections. But the 8 red coin star really encourages you to look at everything. Had they added stars other than that to these courses, I think it would have just been a little bit better. Nonetheless, the game is made how it is, and this is what we've got. And if that's the only complaint I have, that's not bad. But then we make it to the end and we start the battle with Bowser. Pretty simple. All we gotta do is grab Bowser by its tail and launch this guy right into the bomb. Boom, blows up and you win. By the way, I wanted to show you guys this trick. Did you know if you throw Bowser off of the edge, and it can be a bit precise, but catch him before he hits the ground and then fling him into a bomb, he'll fly extremely far for no reason. But if you do this, you don't win. You still have to grab him again and throw him into a bomb like you normally would. I just thought I'd include it because I thought that was pretty cool. Once you've collected 30 stars, you can now go to the next Bowser course, Bowser in the Fire Sea. Technically 31 stars because you have to go into Dire Docks and grab the star from Bowser's submarine, but that's really easy to do. Once you're in here, you're surrounded by lava, and I gotta say this one definitely has the best atmosphere. The lava is a great touch. Even though you're not falling into some void, falling into lava feels just as dangerous. It's a bit longer than the first. I'd say the 8 red coin star is better than the first as well. You've got some tricky jumps, and the bullies and enemy placement I think is really great too. You gotta carefully jump from poles, but before you know it, you made it to the end and you're ready for Bowser fight number 2. And it looks like Bowser has some upgraded techniques. Now he can tilt the world vertical by jumping, but once we grab him by the tail and throw him at the bomb, it's another easy victory. And then once you have collected 70 stars, you can officially opt to beat the game, depending on what your definition of beating the game is. In my opinion, beating this game is collecting all 120 stars, but for some, it's when the credit rolls. So you get your 70 stars and you go fight Bowser for the 3rd time, and we enter Bowser in the Sky. Now this one's more similar to the first Bowser course, Bowser in the Dark World, in the sense that you're surrounded by a void, but it's a much longer course. Now with this being the final Bowser course, I do want to say, even though it is longer than the other Bowser courses, it's barely longer and it's really not hard. It's kind of a letdown, honestly. I feel like there could have been so much more to do and explore here. It shares a similar feeling to Rainbow Ride in the sense that it's just objects stacked on top of each other. You know, it's a race to the top like all Bowser courses kind of are, but this one's more like random. It doesn't have the same feeling as the other ones. You know, you're about to beat the game and you just like, this is it. I don't know, I mean, it is iconic, but I'm trying to look at it objectively and not just let personal feelings decide how good of a course this is. But then again, this game is art. So like any art, it's open to interpretation. And once we make it to the end, we're ready for the final Bowser fight. And this time we do got an actual challenge. Instead of flinging Bowser into a bomb once and you're done, we've got to do it 3 times. All the while this guy is charging at you, he's sending these circle shocks or whatever you want to call them at you, and you got to jump over him. And after Bowser connects with 2 bombs, he gets rid of most of the world and now you're confined to this star. I think that's super cool because we've been doing nothing but collecting stars this whole time, and now it comes down to you, Bowser, battling on a star. And once you get that final blow, you're rewarded with 1 more more star that you don't actually collect. But now you get this cool cutscene as Peach is free, gives Mario a little bit of a smooch, and goes to bake him his cake. To think that Mario went through all of this just for a piece of cake, it's crazy. How far would you go for someone you love? Anyway, yeah, there's not a whole lot to say about these courses because, as mentioned, they're relatively short, and other than making it to the end and defeating Bowser, the game is really centered around collecting the stars. Even though the story is that you're there to save Peach, it doesn't feel like the focus. But it is just a video game. Well, it's more than that. It's one of the best games that were ever made, with maybe a little bit of flaw in the story art, and somehow still one of the greatest of all times. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Bowser courses, like which one is your favorite. Don't forget to check out some of the other analysis videos, and you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much for playing my game.